Welcome, dear students. In today's session, let us discuss the next binary relation operation, that is with respect to division. Yes, along with the division, in the earlier session we have discussed the difference between the Cartesian product and the join operation, right? So we have certain other features of join operations which we shall first concentrate with respect to few examples. Well, variations of join, the equi-join and natural join. Join operation is actually the nature where it is used to apply for binary relation. That is, if we want to apply join operation means at least we should require two relation. We have to apply on how many relation? Two relation. So in this binary relation, we have the equi-join and natural join. What is the what uniqueness of equi-join? We had discussed that the join condition can have the operators like equal to, less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to, right? For equi-join, the one and only equal to operator is by default. Okay. So just check out here. The most common use of join involves join conditions with equality comparisons only. So such a join where the only comparison operator used is equal to is called a equi-join. So when we are using the join condition, and in the join condition if we come across only equality symbol, equality comparison operator, then it is referred as what? Equi-join. For example, the in the employee relation, the SSN attribute should be equal to what? ESSN attribute that is present in the project relation or dependent relation. Are you all understanding? So one of the, SSN attribute present in employee relation should be equal to ESSN attribute present in dependent relation. Okay, so like that. Both the previous examples were equi-joins. So for example, the which one? Cartesian product, cross product operation, then join operation. We discussed few examples, right? There we have come across the join condition uh, implementing the equi-join only. Okay, so notice that in the result of an equi-join, we always have one or more pairs of attributes that have identical values in every tuple. So whenever we perform this join operation, equi-join, so we in the result relation, what we find, we have at least one or more pair of attributes which are having identical values in every tuple. That is, for example, if you take a tuple like this, common tuples it is going to choose, right? Or it is going to join, right? So as join operation is performed for two relation, relation R and relation S. Okay, so let us assume that in relation R you are having SSN attribute. Okay, and here in another relation S you are having ESSN. So pair of attributes, which are the pair of attributes here? SSN and ESSN, which are having identical values. So both the values of SSN and ESSN should be equal. Are you all understanding? So that is what you mean by equi-join results have one or more pairs of attributes that have the common values in every tuple. So in each row, there will be common value for both the attributes, the attribute named SSN and the attribute named ESSN. Okay. So for example, the values of the attributes manager SSN and SSN are identical. So in the department particular relation, we are having manager SSN. In the employee relation, we are having SSN. So both of these attribute values are equal. Why? Because manager is an employee and his SSN is present in the employee table. Are you all understand? As that employee is a manager in one of the department, So his SSN is stored as manager SSN in department. Are you all understanding? So just check out here. The values of the attributes manager SSN and SSN are identical in every tuple of which one department underscore manager. So department manager is what the result relation. The result relation is actually achieved with the equi-join result. That is, join condition is using the equality operator, right? So that is why we are telling that it is a equi-join result. Okay, because the equality join condition specified on these two attributes requires the values to be identical in every tuple in the result. So whatever the equi-join condition that is mentioned here with this join operation, it requires what the every tuple from both the relation should have which two attributes values same. Manager SSN as well as SSN attribute should be same. Okay. Now the standard definition of natural join. So till now we discussed with the equi-join. Now we are concentrating on natural join. Natural join is actually what means it requires that the two join attributes or each pair of join attributes have the same name in both the relations. If this is not the case, a renaming operation is applied first. So it is very simple like this. Relation R, relation S. Here in relation R, you are having SSN. SSN, and here you are having ESSN. Okay, so what I told was in equi-join, the attribute from from relation R and from relation S, which are those attribute SSN from relation R, ESSN from relation S, they should be equal. The condition what we used to give equi-join, SSN is equal to ESSN. SSN of R should be equal to ESSN of S. Like that was the condition was. But in natural join, what is the rule here is whichever the attributes we are using to join. For example, in relation R it is SSN, in relation S it is ESSN. When natural join has to be applied, in both the relation the attribute names should be same, common. For example, here in relation R if it is SSN, in relation S also it should be SSN. Okay, so only then natural join can be applied. So what to do if other relation, I mean both the relations are having the attribute names different like this. Here it is SSN but here it is ESSN. So what to do? We have to make it common. So in either of the relations we have to, either in R or either in S, we should rename the attribute. Did you all understand? For example, why renaming is has to be done? Because both the relation on which attribute you are applying the join condition, that attribute name should be common, right? So now what I'll be doing in the relation, yes, if it is ESSN, right? So I'll be renaming this ESSN to SSN. So what happens? ESSN will be renamed as SSN. So now the in relation it is SSN and in S relation it is SSN. So the attribute names are matching. Now we can apply which join? Natural join. So natural join is also similar to equi-join where you are joining two relation based on a particular attribute with certain condition. But the attributes in both the relation, the attribute names of both the relation should be matched. It should be common. If the attribute names are not common, then we have to apply renaming and you have to change one of the relation's attribute name and see that it matches the name of the attribute present in the other relation. Okay, so just check out here. Natural join is denoted by which symbol? Asterisk symbol. It was created to get rid of the second superfluous attribute in an equi-join condition. So when Natural join also is doing the equi-join job only. Why again natural join may be the question. Yes. So now just check out here students, when we are trying to join the tuples from one relation with another relation, what I told, in one of the relation the attribute name is SSN and in another relation it is ESSN. So when the values of SSN and ESSN becomes common, when SSN is equal to ESSN becomes uh, true, the tuples will be merged, right? From relation R and from relation S. When the tuples get merged, the attribute SSN from relation R as well as the attribute ESSN of relation S, both the attributes are found in which one? The resultant relation. So when we get the result, when we get the result relation, that is Q, okay, let us assume after applying the equi-join we have got a resultant relation Q and one tuple was found common in both of them. So what are the number of attributes present in the resultant relation? The number of attributes in R plus the number of attributes present in S. So that is A plus B. Suppose if R is having A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 like that attributes, and if S is having a B1, B2, B3, B4 like that attributes, all the attributes from R and all the attributes from S will be what? Concatenated, will be put together in which one? Resultant relation. So when it is putting together, what happens? The SSN present in R, okay, and ESSN present in which one? Relation S. Both the attributes will be appearing. Are you all understanding? So when SSN is of R relation, ESSN is of S relation, and the tuple which is being joined, it will be displaying both the attribute values. Whereas SSN and ESSN, they are common, right? If it is common only, you are merging the tuple. So if the SSN is 2, or if SSN is 1 here and ESSN is also 1, don't you think the values are repeated here? It is duplicate, right, the values. So in order to avoid these redundancy, duplicacy of attribute values, we are making use of which one? Natural join. Okay, so the what is the basic feature of natural join? Here, before we apply natural join, the condition is the attribute name from relation R should, one of the attribute, like on which attribute we are applying the join condition, that attribute name of our relation should be equal to the name of the attribute that is present in another relation, S relation. If the attribute names are not matching, then we should make it common by applying which one? Renaming. Is that clear? So after applying renaming, what happens? Here if I apply renaming for ESSN, it becomes SSN. I am renaming ESSN to SSN. Now SSN, SSN, both the relations are having same name. So after merging the, or after implementing the natural join, the tuples which are having common values, okay, they will be displayed, but it will be avoiding the duplicacy of the which one? Column. That is, it only once displays the SSN attribute and avoids displaying once again the SSN information present in the second relation. Are you all understanding? So this is what the advantage of using natural join. So suppose we want to combine each project tuple with department tuple that controls the project. So just recall, in the project relation we are having what information? Like the project number, project name, and that project is handled by which department. Okay, it is controlled by which department? So department number is present in project relation, and here the department relation, in the department relation you will be having department number, department name, okay, many other, manager, assistant, etc. Okay, so if we want to combine each project tuple with the department tuple, so if we want to apply the join operation for project relation and department relation, so why we want to apply join operation? Because we want to display, like a particular project is handled by which particular department. Okay, if you want to display the information like that, then the join operation is expected to apply for which relation? Project and department relation. Okay, so how it is implemented? So in the project also the department number information is present, and in the department relation department number information is present. So in the following example, first we rename the d number attribute of department to dnum. So they are telling in the department relation we are having the attribute name as what? Department number. So they are telling they will be renaming first D number to which one? Dnum. Because why renaming they are doing? Because in the project relation it is having what? The project table or the relation is holding the department number attribute information as what? Dnum. So it is saving the department number information with which name? Dnum name. So in order to make the attribute name common, so we are applying renaming operation for which attribute? D number attribute present in department relation by giving a new name DNUM. So why we are giving this new name? Because this new name is similar to the attribute name present in which relation? Project relation. Is that clear? So here we are trying to apply the natural join by first looking into that both the relations, that is project and department, both the relations are having a common name for the attribute department number. Okay, so then after renaming is done, next we will be applying which one? The natural join. Okay, so see the last line here. This is a resultant relation name, project underscore department. This is a resultant relation. So how we are applying natural join? We are applying for two relation. One is project and another one is department. See the syntax here or the way it is included. So project and department. For two relations we are applying natural join. So just check out here the asterisk symbol natural join. Then I told we are supposed to rename the which one? Department number attribute in which relation department. So just check out here students. This is a notation for renaming. Renaming, right? So here D name will be as it is, but department number, see here D number attribute was a name present in department relation. Now that is replaced by which new name? DNUM, comma, which is the other attribute? Manager SSN is kept as it is, then manager start date is taken. All these are remaining are as usual, only we have changed DNUM. Okay, so rename with these attribute names for which relation? Department relation. So as asterisk symbol, that is natural join is applied, what happens? The tuple from project and the tuple from attribute is going to combine only when which two attributes are common? The DNUM, these are the attributes which are common in both project and department. So if their values are equal, then automatically those tuples will be which one? Uh, Joined. Okay, so well, there only once the department number column will be displayed, because as we have made it common in both the relations. Okay, whereas in equi-join what had happened? In both the relations the conditioned attribute what we were using, they had different names. So as the attribute names were different, when the tuples were merged or when the tuple were joined, both the attribute which are having common values, both the columns were used to get displayed. Okay, so this is with the natural join. The same query can be done in two steps by creating an intermediate table department as follows. So just now we observed this one, right? This particular statement about the natural join. This we can apply in two steps. Which are those? First, we can apply renaming. Here, first renaming can be done. Rename which one? Department name, department number, manager SSN, manager start date. So for which relation? Department relation. So and store it in which relation? DEPT. This is a new or the relation name which is storing the result, intermediate result, that is after renaming. Then this is what the relation which is going to join which one? Project and department relation. Okay, so project underscore department, this is a relation which is going to hold the result of natural join applied to which two relations? Project and department. So here project in asterisk symbol department. So it means what? We have applied natural join for these two relation, and as project as well as department are having the same attribute denum in each of their which one? Table or relation. So any tuple values which are having d number common in project and department, those tuples will be joined, and only once which information will be displayed? The department number will be displayed only once after joining or after applying the natural join for project and department. Is that clear? So the attribute dnum is called the join attribute. Okay, what is it called as? It is called as join attribute for the natural join operation because it is the only attribute with the same name in both the relation. So as denum is what found in both project and which one? Department, it is called as the join attribute. So no need to write some external join condition like denum is equal to in project denum is equal to denum of department. No need to explicitly write the condition now, right? So as both the relation are having a common attribute named denum, so denum will be considered to be as a join attribute for which one? Natural join operation. Okay, now just check here students. This is a resultant after combining the project and department after applying natural join. See your results of two natural join operation, project underscore department, which is obtained after applying the natural join for project and department relation. And the second one is which one? The department location. Here it is natural join is applied for department and department locations. So just check out here students. Project name, project number, project location, okay, and D number. So these are the attributes from relation which one? Project. Project. Okay, and whereas here, just check out here the DNUM, department name, manager SSN, manager start date. So these are the attributes belonging to which one? Department. Department. Okay, so in both project and department, which one is common here? The common one is denum because in the project it was already what named as denum. The attribute of department number was named as denum, but we have renamed the d number attribute that was present in department as denum. So this is called denum is called the join attribute. Okay, this is called as a denum is called as a join attribute. Okay, now just check out here by with the result of this particular relation, we understood that the project product X is handled by department phi, product Y is also handled by department phi, and product Z is also handled by department phi. Computerization is held or handled by department 4. Reorganization is handled by department 1. New benefits is handled by department number 4. Okay, so this was a thing. Then department location. So there was a requirement or there was a information given by the user that the department can be present or located in multiple locations. So just check out here department number, department name, department number, manager SSN, manager start date. So from here to here, it is the attributes or the information from which relation? Department relation. Okay, whereas location, so the location, D number and location, only D number and location, only these two. Whereas here it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so whereas only these two is belonging to which one? Project relation. So we have changed, we have renamed the department number or dnum that was present in location as which name, with which name? D number name. So now the D number becomes common in both the department relation and in which one? The location information, I mean the location relation. So we are merging in whichever the tuple, the D number is common from department and project relation, those tuples are combined. So department number 1, it is present in Huston. Department number 4, it is present in Stafford. Department number 5 is present in 3 locations, Bella, Sugarland and Huston. Okay. So this is with the natural join. Remember, natural join is represented with which symbol? Asterisk symbol. Okay. Equi-join, it is what? The equal to. Okay. So the difference also you should remember. In the equi-join, whatever the attribute names you are using to combine from two relations, those attribute names will not be common. Whereas in natural join, we are trying to keep that attribute names common which we are using to join. Okay, so when the attribute names are kept common, then no need to explicitly write the join condition in natural join. Okay, so automatically the attribute names which are common in both the relations, the values which are what matching, only those tuples will be what? Joined. Okay. So if the attributes on which the natural join is specified already have the same names in both the relation, renaming is unnecessary. It means what? Like in the uh, project relation and in the department relation. In both the relations, if the department number attribute is having a common name. So in the department, if you are having D number, and in the project relation also the department number is saved with the name D number only, then so it is common for both the relations, the attribute name is common. The primary key and foreign key, both of their attribute names are common. So in such cases, what is necessary? Not necessary. Renaming is not at all necessary. For example, to apply a natural join on the D number attributes of department and department location, it is sufficient to write. So as in department we have D number as department number information stored, and in department location also the D number is stored as D number, then renaming is not applied here. It is enough if we include simply department natural join, which one? Department location. Okay, so on combining the common tuples, what happens? The attribute D number, that column will be appearing only once in natural join, whereas in equi-join, what happens? As the attribute names will not be same in each of the relation, only the values are common, the which one? Columns will be displayed, the same value columns will be displayed with a different attribute name, which one? Names. Okay, so in general, the join condition for natural join is constructed by equating each pair of join attributes that have the same name in the two relations and combining these conditions with and. So the join condition for natural join, it is constructed by equating each pair of join attributes. That is, for example, now D number. Here, D number attribute was same in both department and department location. So automatically which one? Natural join. So what about if more than one condition is present? To be how to apply more than one join condition in natural join? Just check out here the more general but non-standard definition for natural join is. So this is a result relation and binary relation R and binary relation S and list 1 comma list 2. What is this? So you are applying natural join for R and S, and in natural join both the relations should have a common attribute name, right? Yes, so in this case, list 1 specifies the list of I attributes from R and list 2 specifies a list of I attributes from S. So here the parenthesis in the which one natural join condition, you are finding list 1 and list 2. So list 1 are all the attributes belonging to relation R and list 2 are all the attributes belonging to S. So the lists are used to form equality comparison condition between pairs of corresponding attributes, and the conditions are then ANDed together. So suppose here if it is present as A1 comma A3, okay, and here in list 2 also if it is having which one, A1 comma A3, then it means it is going to perform, it is going to apply the natural join for A1 and A1 here, A1 and A1 here, A3 and A3 here. Are you all understanding? So it is not that natural join will be trying to what focus on joining on a one particular attribute. We can also join the relation for more than which one attribute, checking the equality condition with respect to having the same attribute names in both relation R and S. Okay, so the lists are used to form equality comparison condition between pairs of corresponding attributes, and the conditions are then ANDed together. So they are supposed to what? ANDed together means what? Both the cases in both the relation the attribute name should be same, it should result as true only. Okay, so only the list corresponding to attributes of the first relation R list 1 is kept in the result queue. So when we find the attribute names common in R and S, so while displaying the result queue, only the ones set of which one attributes list of relation R will be shown in the resultant relation Q. Is that clear? So whichever the relation is specified left side, only that relation's attribute list will be added here. There is no issues because in relation S also the same attribute list is found, right, with the same name. So only one relation's set of names will be taken. Is that clear? Okay students, in my next session I shall discuss the division operation and some aggregate functions. Okay, meet you in the next class. Thank you.